Take care of your roots. The leaves, flowers, and fruits shall follow naturally. This was the haiku that inspired Raising the Life. It was a much-needed boost during the pandemic, and I was reminded and reassured once again that I am on the right path, even as the world around me seemed to be crashing and going down in flames. My name is Kailin. Most of my friends know me as a musician, and they're not completely wrong. I do play the fiddle and a whole bunch of other instruments, and I write music. Lots of it. Music for dance, for theater, for film, for bands I play with, you name it. From a young age, I've always dreamt about using my music to bring joy, bring hope, and hopefully also bring peace to the world. Don't ask me how I create. I don't know. I don't really have a formula per se. But it always starts with an intention, a strong sense of what I want to say. And based on that, I picked the medium that I feel best conveys the message. I really like the feeling of freedom, the freedom of expression, the freedom to choose the what, the when, and the how. And I really like the word flow. I love how flow rhymes with grow. Music is undoubtedly a universal language. I know that because I'm able to create art with my friends and collaborators from all over the world, across oceans and continents. Music is not only a bridge between art forms, it also connects people from diversely different backgrounds. Therefore, I've always been an avid student of world music. I love learning and collecting folk songs and fiddle tunes. I also love to use musical elements from global folk traditions in my original music. I guess at the heart of it all, I think I just want to show what's possible, what's really possible when we can finally stop and share our stories with each other and have conversations about what truly matters. The turn of the millennium in 2000 brought about a huge shift in my search for my roots. I wanted to know who I really was, not just genetically or culturally, but on a deeper, more spiritual level. Thus began my journey of asking questions, of opening doors and trying new things. I was in search of a new sound, a new way to make art that matters, a more effective and honest way to express myself, a different expression of love than the one that my patriarchal upbringing had given me.
Lively, but not too hectic. So the morning starts off with a semi-quaver arpeggio flurry of errands, chores, and such. For 24 measures.
I was also eager to understand the mysterious force that makes the world spin around, the incredible force that dictates the pathways and rhythm for all the celestial bodies, the invisible but formidable force that dictates the cycle of life and death for all sentient beings. I was a street musician in the San Francisco Bay Area in the year 2000. And it was in the subway station where I first started to improvise music. I was playing some classical pieces at first, but later turned to improvising music that better reflected my perplexed and angst-ridden state at that time. I needed to tell my story from my perspective. I was ready to bare my soul to the world. It was also there that I made friends who played different types of music than me, but invited me to their parties and even to join their bands. Then I made even more friends who were dancers, actors, painters, farmers, and healers, and all of them, without fail, embraced me with open arms and generously shared what they know with me. And some of them even invited me to create art with them. They made it sound like it's the most natural thing to do, and it's something that we grow into, and therefore should allow newcomers the same space and time to become comfortable and to come into their own. For the first time in my life, I felt truly loved, accepted, and appreciated for who I am and what I bring. As a teacher, I really want to share this joy with my students. When I was younger, I found myself constantly craving for connections, craving to be understood. Music did help me make friends and go places, but there was still something amiss. As I immersed myself in Western classical music for the first 2.5 decades of my life, something just didn't feel right. Who am I? I asked the face in the mirror one winter day in Vienna. But to me, to be identified as a musician is similar to being identified as a speaker of a particular language. It doesn't do justice to the word. Neither does it tell people what I actually do and why I do what I do. I want my art to help bring changes I want to see in the world. I long to see a world that's kinder, a world where resources are managed fairly and distributed to those who need it the most. I long to see a world where people are conscious about nurturing connections with each other and with Mother Earth. I long to see a world where people would stop hurting and killing each other. I hope that I can help contribute to a more compassionate and more conscious society. I decided more than 20 years ago that it's silly for me to restrict myself to only music as my tool of expression. The fact that I was gifted with a body and a voice at birth means that I should use all of me to serve humanity and to protect our beloved Kampong Earth.
So let's all do our part to protect our global village, starting right here from our communities, from our kampongs, so that we can hopefully start to heal and reverse some of the damages that we mankind has inflicted on our planet.
I returned to Singapore in 2013 after spending 20 years abroad. I'm going to continue to make friends and make art that matters. I'm going to use everything I've got to contribute to a more peaceful and beautiful world. A world where we're free to love and be loved. A world where we're free to wander and roam. A world where we get to sing our own songs and tell each other our own stories. That's my promise to you. See you down the road.